I am glad you are here. I wish it were under better circumstances. You see what we have to contend with here. Runestone Shandor is helping stop the spread further north, but if this light bloom surges again, I don't know if we can halt it. I've heard cries for help from survivors still trapped within. We have to find them and direct them to safety.
I haven't the expertise of Orwena in these matters, but if the light bloom moved this quickly, I assume the Rutani are accelerating the spread here just as they were in Fair Breeze. The town is beyond saving, but we can at least try to contain the light bloom within its walls.
We were trying to get out of here, but we're flanked on all sides. I don't want to find out what that thing is below, but it is our only path of escape. My home, what now?
home is destroyed, but I won't go down without a fight.
There is no way out. They've completely surrounded the town.
Good work. We've cut back what we can. I only hope it is enough.
Some live. I am grateful, as are they.
I came as quickly as I could. This is devastating. I have called in our magisters to reinforce this runestone. They will keep an eye on the light bloom spread. I suspect Haldoran Brightwing and the Farstriders have uncovered more than the villagers know. I can rely on him for anything. We shall rendezvous with him at the encampment to the north, and soon have some answers.
And while they may be mighty and regal, it is important to remember that Hawkstriders are, above all else, highly nervous creatures. They must be allowed at least 1 hour of uninterrupted preening time per Dalton Yi in order to relieve stress. It is recommended to separate Hawkstriders during preening time. Do not attempt to help your Hawkstrider preen, and do not permit your Hawkstrider to preen you. Both can be considered displays. The book continues like this for several hundred pages. Lorthamar falls still, eyes on the shore ahead.
Of course the Imani would use this moment to encroach, the cowards. We are beset on all sides. This land belongs to the Sindori, and I will not see it taken by anyone. Not by raging plants, not by a cult, not by the Void, and never by the Imani. Whatever they are doing over there, it must be stopped. Do whatever you can to disrupt them, and send them scurrying back to Zulaman where they belong. I know Lorthamar is angry, but this is strange. They didn't attack Suncrown, the Lightbloom did. What are the Imani doing over there? There has to be some kind of explanation for this. It doesn't look like an invasion. Let's see what we can find out.
Gather as much lightwood as you are able. The elves will know we are here soon enough. We must arm ourselves before they do. See it done, Zul'Jan.
What have you found? Well done. Lothamar has a right to defend this land, but I don't think he is seeing clearly. The presence of Amani is too inciting. This doesn't add up. The trolls are going out of their way to craft light bloom weapons. To fight what? It isn't us. They didn't attack Suncrown. They could have, and they didn't. We need to find the truth. Let's head south. That hideout I discovered must have some answers. Thank you for your aid. Lothamar told me of what happened in Suncrown. Suncrown was under my watch, but we heard the felling of the tree and left to investigate the noise. I thought perhaps it was the light bloom's doing. I never expected the Imani to encroach so brazenly. I'll see to the light bloom. Lothamar can see to the Imani. Let us just hope he does not give them his other eye in the process.
Halduron winks. A Raitor falls still, gesturing to you to do the same.
Wait, someone's coming.
You invaded our land. You killed my people. For what? To conquer? To claim what was never yours? This is what you fear, isn't it? Not the blade, but what it contains. The light. Some say a comfort, but so easily honed into this. There is the fear. What do you think? Anything to say? I didn't think so.
I had hoped for better results. I suppose I shouldn't have expected a greeting with open arms, but I did not expect to be trapped in here. The Imani are clever. They must have made a way to escape. We have only to find it. Let's look around.
Cursed Gurubashi, bind us, Fang of Shadra, pry the bar's blood of Harik. Mark the way by their corpses we be freed.
You made that look easy. How deep does this crypt go? We need to find Zul'Jan and explain. We fight a common enemy, surely he'll see reason. Come on, they can't have gotten much farther in this maze. This is senseless. We have to stop it. None of this is necessary. We need to make them see reason. My father will know what to do. I know he'll see reason. Once I explain what has happened here, there is no need for bloodshed. It is simple. If the Amani are set against the Twilight's blade, we fight on the same side. I must put a stop to this. Our findings at Torwatha were correct. By the time Turalan and I arrived here with troops, the Amani had already begun to take the pass. They seek to establish another path to acquire the Lightwood from our land. The Amani have chosen war, as they always do. This, at least, is a threat I know how to handle. A raider is but a boy. He cannot grasp the magnitude of history between the Sindori and Amani, and I don't expect him to. Will you stand by the Blood Elves and all that is right? there he is, the one who leads this little incursion.
These monsters deserve nothing more than swift retribution for Silver Moon, for the Sin Daughter.
Turelian's eyes blaze with light.
For Illyria, this will be finished.
Look at you, human. So self-righteous. So blinded by your light. You fight only to conquer.
Father! He is beaten.
Tell me, all this death, denying us our birthright, was it to appease the elves you cow to, or was it to feed your soulless vanity? This is what I think of you and your light.
My son. Here, let me...
No! Just... no.
I did not expect this.
Lorthamar glances at Turelian.
Perhaps we overstepped our bounds. Lady Liadrin will remain here. The rest of us shall return to Silver Moon and debrief.
Lorthamar looks at the devastated Turelian.
We still have many battles ahead, it seems.
I will keep watch here as the Regent Lord commands. I only hope our decisive victory deters the Amani from another attack. A raider, I worry for him. If it is truly as he says that the Amani fight the Twilight's blade, then we have good cause to rethink our strategy. I am no ally to Zulaman, but I know not to wage a war against someone who shares a common foe. Find a raider hero. His instincts are telling.
several diagrams of the Sunwell, accompanied by pages upon pages of complex magical equations. The growth started in the very north, but it has begun trickling southward over the past months. I found a few patches of grass as far down as the east sector. Grass. The perfidious cultists of the Twilight's Blade have infiltrated Eversong and set up their horrid operations in a nearby cavern. Clear them out before they spread any further.
I thank you for your efforts thus far. You've staved off that blasted light bloom, uncovered a cult, and defended our people from an Imani incursion, yet there is far more to be done in each circumstance. If we hope to see a brighter future, we must learn more. Let us consider our next steps. With that I could join you, but there is much still to do here in Silver Moon. You have your objectives. Keep in touch. As for Orator, I hope you find him soon. Anu Balor Delana.